I'm a cellist, prefect, academic and humanitarian. One day I will help design Auckland. I have it all planned out and next year I start at the University of Auckland.
I'm in the middle of dedicating myself to 4 years of study so I can graduate with a Bachelor of Commerce and become an expert in the field of information systems.
I'm a university graduate, a master's student, and have been in charge of marketing some of New Zealand's biggest brands, all at the same time.
I'm Bobby Shen.
I'm Desiree Rupena.
And I'm Nikki Anderton. We're all normal people from humble backgrounds who never wanted a handout.
That's why we're all working hard to get where we want to be.
Rich, famous and successful.
My dad came over about 15 years ago from China, and well, our financial situation hasn't really become much better. I live with my sister and we live in Mount Roskill. I found out about the First Foundation Scholarship through my dean in sixth form, and I eventually ended up applying for it. First we had interviews with our deputy principal, and then later on we had interviews from the First Foundation people.
The First Foundation is about helping young people who are talented realise their ambitions. And New Zealand is a small country and it can't afford to not use the talents of its people. So when I decided to set up the First Foundation, it was about trying to come up with a scheme that would help people who have not had the opportunities I've had have opportunities to realise their ambitions. And the First Foundation is essentially a scheme to help young people be successful.
When I found out I have won the scholarship, I was really, really happy.
Mount Roskill's Grammar School's involvement with the First Foundation comes from an invitation to submit students' names for Foundation Awards. So we take a look at those students in our school to decide which of them fit the criteria best. The criteria include things like parents whose financial position would not allow them to pay for their child's education beyond school. There's also all-round academic ability, as well as something more than academic. They contribute in other ways in the school.
I think I would have still kept with my future plans, but it would not have been so easy as now with the scholarship.
I got my First Foundation Scholarship at the beginning of 2003, and I got my mentor at the same time, and her name is Fiona Nugent. And she's sitting right beside me.
Actually, they've moved most of the responsibility for corporate responsibility onto me because Yvonne's gone and everything. And he was like, oh, so how does this work? And I was like,
my role as a mentor, it's somebody who's there for Desiree, who's not her teacher, it's not her mother, it's not her employer, but somebody who helps her really get through what can be quite difficult years. And I hope that I can help Desiree get through those pressured times, and I'm there hopefully as a friend as well.
The mentors, I think, are a really key component of the model. They're really there for the student, and they're the student's sort of advocate. The whole program is about our students and the successes of our students. So the mentor is really key in providing that support.
come to me because,
I wouldn't normally have a friendship of this nature with a 20-year-old young Maori Polynesian student, and that to me has opened up a whole world of different experiences for me, so I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I'll give you a call this week. Okay. Try and get later. Oh yeah, cool.
Part of the purpose with the partnering organisation is to give students experience working within an office environment, a corporate environment, and working in several different areas of business. Warehouse Stationery was very supportive of me working while I was studying. I started in the advertising team, and from there I moved into human resources and training. And then from there I moved into retail as well. The stereotypical outline and the suggested framework is that the student work within the partnering organisation during holidays and that sort of thing.
We've been the primary sponsor of First Foundation for the last 4 years. From a business perspective, it's a perfect link sponsorship-wise between our education sponsorships that we do, the Schools Connection kind of program, and it provides the perfect link between that and the business world for us. And it gives us great exposure across the business community in terms of our involvement.
After completing my degree and the First Foundation Scholarship, I worked full-time at TrueTest in their marketing department. It made me realise that I wanted to keep studying, and so now I'm back at uni working on a master's degree in sociology.
Personally, I got involved because I thought it was a fantastic idea. The first thing I went to was the awards, and I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I was just amazed with the passion that was in the room.
Oh, I think it would be an understatement to say that it was life-changing. Students themselves benefit not only from the recognition that the award gives them, but it also gives them that sense of pride, not only in themselves, but in their school and the achievements that they've got.
The First Foundation is about investing deeply and heavily in an individual. It's not about funneling money to an individual. It's about really ensuring that we build a skill set and a self-belief over an extended period of time, and I think that's really what differentiates the First Foundation Scholarship from other scholarships, is that we invest heavily in an individual rather than just give them money and push them out the door and help them on their way.
I'm Bobby Shen, and with the help of First Foundation, I plan to become one of New Zealand's top leading architects.
I'm Desiree Rupena, and thanks to the First Foundation, I'm going to be a leader in information systems in New Zealand.
I'm Nikki Anderton, and being involved with the First Foundation has given me the opportunity to become one of New Zealand's leading sociology academics.